What if the real reason you're struggling to make friends isn't in your words, but in your thighs? Your friendships don't start with your smile. They start with your body's foundation. The secret to belonging might be hidden in the muscles you use every single day without thinking. We often separate the body and the mind as if they are two different worlds, as if your thoughts and emotions exist in one domain and your physical body operates in another. But the truth is, there is no real division between the two. Your body is the physical expression of your state of mind, and your mind is constantly shaped by the condition of your body. When you look at someone and you sense their confidence, their vibrancy, their magnetism, you are not just witnessing a personality trait. You are perceiving the embodied state of their inner world. The way they hold themselves, the way they move, the way they project energy through their presence is not accidental. It is the outcome of how they have trained their body, how they have nourished their energy, and how they have aligned their mind with their physical vessel. Think for a moment about when you are feeling strong, grounded, and full of vitality. You walk into a room, and without even trying, people notice you. Your posture communicates something silently. I am here, I am centered, I am alive. That message does not come from words, it comes from your body. The thighs, in particular, are one of the most overlooked sources of this silent communication. They are the largest muscle group in the human body, and because of this, they play a central role in the energy you carry. Strong thighs not only stabilize you physically, but they also stabilize you energetically. They provide the foundation upon which your entire sense of presence is built. When those muscles are weak, your body communicates instability, and instability is something others instinctively move away from. When those muscles are strong, your body broadcasts security, and security is something others instinctively move toward. This is why so many people find it difficult to form friendships, even when they think they are doing everything right. They may be saying the right words, they may be trying to smile, they may be putting themselves in social situations, but if their energy is telling a different story, people will sense the dissonance. Your words and your smile may be saying, I want to connect, but your body may be saying, I don't feel secure. And human beings are experts at reading signals that they cannot consciously explain. We feel it, we sense it, we pick up on the subtle messages of the body. When your thighs are strong, you send out signals of vitality and stability. That strength translates into your gait, into your posture, into the way you occupy space. It becomes easier to look people in the eye because your body feels safe. It becomes easier to laugh freely because your nervous system feels grounded. And it becomes easier for others to want to be around you because you radiate a natural confidence that is not forced but embodied. In this way, the body-mind connection shapes social energy in a profound way. The state of your body creates the state of your energy, and the state of your energy determines the quality of your relationships. It is also important to understand that emotions themselves live in the body. When you feel anxious, you feel it as tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, or a jittery sensation in your legs. When you feel confident, you feel it as a steady rhythm of breath, a lightness in your chest, a calmness in your limbs, weakness in the thighs, because they are such a foundational part of the body, translates into instability in your emotional state. You might not notice it directly, but others do. They sense hesitation when you move, they sense lack of certainty when you stand, and they sense discomfort when you shift your posture. This is not about judgment, it is about resonance. People resonate with strength, with stability, with security, because deep down every human being is looking for connection that feels safe. Imagine a tree with shallow roots. The tree may look fine on the surface, but when the wind blows, it wavers and bends, sometimes even breaks. People sense that kind of instability in other human beings. Now imagine a tree with deep, powerful roots anchoring it into the earth. The same wind comes, but the tree stands firm, unshaken, secure. That is what strong thighs represent in the body. They are the deep roots anchoring you into the ground, and when you are rooted, others sense it. They are drawn to it because they feel safe in your presence. Safety is the first doorway to friendship. Without it, people keep their distance. Your thighs are also connected to your ability to move forward in life. Weak thighs communicate hesitancy. Strong thighs communicate readiness. When your body shows that you are ready to step forward, others subconsciously trust that you are someone who can move with them, grow with them, and face challenges alongside them. This subtle language of the body speaks louder than words. It tells people whether you can be counted on or whether you are still struggling to find balance. And so, the body, mind connection is not abstract theory. It is lived experience. When you neglect your body, when you ignore the strength of your foundation, you are not just weakening your ability to climb stairs or lift objects. You are weakening your ability to radiate the energy that naturally draws people into friendship. But when you build strength in your thighs, when you give attention to your foundation, you are cultivating a stability that communicates itself without words. It shows up in your energy, it shows up in your posture, and it shows up in the way others feel in your presence. There is a deep intelligence within the human body, an intelligence that often speaks louder than the words we use. The lower body, particularly the thighs and legs, is the very foundation of this intelligence. It is here that your sense of stability, safety, and grounding resides. When your lower body is weak, your entire being feels unsteady, both physically and emotionally. When your lower body is strong, it does more than just support your frame. It anchors your spirit. This anchoring is what allows you to feel centered, calm, and secure in the presence of others. And this sense of grounding is what people are truly drawn to when they decide whether or not they want to connect with you. Think about what happens when someone feels ungrounded. Their energy scatters, their movements become fidgety, their voice wavers, and their eyes shift. Others can sense this lack of rootedness. It is not necessarily something they consciously interpret, but on an energetic level, the human nervous system is designed to read signals of safety and danger. Someone who is grounded communicates safety. Someone who is not grounded communicates uncertainty. This is why friendships which are built on trust and emotional connection struggle to form when a person does not feel stable within themselves. The strength of your thighs, the muscles that root you to the earth, is directly tied to this sense of safety. When these muscles are strong, you project an energy of stability, and stability invites connection. Your thighs carry the weight of your body in every step you take. They are the bridge between your upper body and the ground. They translate intention into action. Without them, you could not stand tall, you could not move forward, you could not maintain balance. In many traditions, the lower body is associated with survival, grounding, and security. It is the base of your energetic system. If the base is weak, everything above it feels shaky. If the base is strong, everything above it feels supported. This is why so many people who struggle with insecurity, anxiety, or loneliness do not realize that the answer might be hidden in their body. Their lack of grounding is not just psychological, it is physiological. Their foundation is not stable, and as a result, their emotions remain unsettled. When your lower body is strong, you radiate calmness. You can stand in one place without feeling restless. You can sit with someone and truly be present because you are not unconsciously seeking comfort or balance. Your nervous system relaxes because your body is supported. This relaxation is felt by others, and they interpret it as safety. People feel comfortable around you when you are comfortable within yourself. They feel steady around you when you feel steady within your own body. Strong thighs create this energetic stability, this rootedness that becomes magnetic. Notice also how strong thighs change the way you move. A person with strong lower body muscles does not rush. They walk with rhythm, with flow, with intention. They are not in a hurry to escape their own body because they are comfortable in it. That way of moving communicates confidence without words. It is the same reason why you might be drawn to someone who simply walks into a room with presence. It is not about what they are wearing or what they are saying. It is about the energy that radiates from the way their body is grounded. Others sense that they are rooted in themselves, and this sense of rootedness becomes attractive. Weak thighs, on the other hand, often result in movements that communicate insecurity. The steps are smaller, the posture collapses, the shoulders hunch, and the energy seems to retreat inward. This does not invite connection. It repels it. Not because people are harsh or judgmental, but because at a deep instinctual level, humans are drawn to those who project stability. It is a survival mechanism. We want to be around people who can stand firm when the storms of life arrive. We want to be around people who are grounded, who can hold space for us, who can walk with us. The thighs are also the muscles that absorb much of life's impact. Every time you jump, run, or even take a step, they are the ones carrying you forward. They take the shock so that your body does not collapse. In a symbolic sense, they teach you resilience. Strong thighs represent the ability to carry life's weight, to move forward despite obstacles, to stay steady even when the ground shakes. This resilience is not just physical. It translates directly into your emotional state. A resilient body communicates a resilient spirit. A grounded body communicates a grounded mind. Others feel this and are drawn to it because it is rare and it is deeply reassuring. This is why building strength in your lower body goes beyond fitness. It is a spiritual practice of creating roots within yourself. Every time you strengthen your thighs, you are teaching your body how to be stable. You are training your mind to trust your foundation. You are telling your nervous system that you are safe in your own body. Over time, this becomes an energy that radiates from you, and others feel it. They may not know why they want to be around you, why they trust you, why they feel safe in your presence. But it is because you have built grounding within yourself. This is the unspoken truth about relationships and friendships. People do not bond with you because of the perfect things you say. They bond with you because of how they feel in your presence. They bond with you when their nervous system relaxes around yours. They bond with you when your energy tells them they are safe, supported, and understood. Strong thighs, a strong lower body, create that exact grounding. It is not about appearance, it is about energy. It is about the deep stability that communicates itself without a single word. Every human being carries an energy field, an invisible yet undeniable presence that others can feel the moment you walk into a room. It is not something mystical or abstract. It is the direct result of how energy flows through your body, how freely your life force circulates, and how harmoniously your physical, mental, and emotional systems are aligned. When energy is blocked or stagnant, your presence feels heavy, contracted, and distant. People may not know why, but they will sense something closed off about you. When energy flows freely, when it radiates from your body with vitality and openness, others feel a magnetic pull toward you. This flow of energy is deeply tied to your physical strength, especially in the lower body, because the thighs and legs are the engines of circulation, movement, and stability. Consider the role of your thighs in the simple act of walking. With each step, the muscles of your thighs propel blood upward, supporting circulation to your heart and brain. They are not just moving your body, they are moving energy. The quality of this movement influences not only how you feel, but how you are perceived. Someone with strong thighs, who moves with power and stability, naturally radiates confidence. Their energy field expands outward because their body is supporting circulation and flow. On the other hand, someone with weak lower body strength tends to move hesitantly, and this hesitation creates stagnation in both blood flow and energetic presence. Without realizing it, they give off a signal of contraction, and contraction never attracts. It repels. Your energy is not just about what you think or what you say. It is about what you embody. People are not only listening to your words, they are feeling your vibration. They are sensing whether your energy is open or closed, whether it expands or retreats, whether it feels vibrant or drained. This is why some people, without saying much, capture everyone's attention in a room. It is not about beauty or charisma in the traditional sense. It is about energy flow. Their body radiates vitality, and that vitality translates into presence. Strong thighs are a key to this vitality because they create the physical foundation for free, flowing energy. Posture is one of the clearest reflections of this energy. When your thighs are strong, your posture improves naturally. You stand taller, your chest opens, your shoulders relax, and your spine aligns. This posture does not just look confident. It feels confident to everyone around you. It projects openness. It says, without words, that you are comfortable in your own body. People gravitate toward those who feel comfortable in themselves because it allows them to feel comfortable too. On the other hand, weak thighs often lead to slouching, collapsing inward, or shifting uneasily from one foot to the other. This posture communicates insecurity, and insecurity creates distance. Again, it is not about judgment. It is about resonance. People resonate with openness, not contraction. Energy flow is also linked to how we breathe. When your body is stable and your thighs are strong, your breath deepens. You naturally breathe into your diaphragm, filling your body with oxygen, calming your nervous system, and radiating a sense of relaxation. Others feel this calmness in your presence. They may not consciously recognize it, but they experience it as ease. This is why some people feel like home when you are around them. It is because your energy is circulating freely, your breath is steady, and your presence creates relaxation in the space. In contrast, weak grounding in the body often leads to shallow breathing, restricted oxygen, and a nervous system that stays on edge. This unsettled energy communicates itself silently, and others instinctively step back from it. Think also about the concept of magnetism. A magnet does not chase after anything. It simply attracts. That is what energy flow does for human connection. When your body is strong, when your thighs are supporting circulation, and when your posture radiates openness, you begin to embody this kind of magnetism. You do not need to chase friendships, you draw them to you. People are naturally pulled into your energy field because it feels expansive, nourishing, and alive. You become someone who uplifts the vibration of a room simply by being in it. This is not something you can fake. It comes from the genuine cultivation of energy within your body, especially from the foundation that your thighs provide. There is also a deeper psychological dimension to this. Human beings are constantly scanning their environment for signals of safety and vitality. It is a survival instinct. Someone with weak energy flow, whose presence feels contracted, may unconsciously trigger a signal in others that says, "This person is not safe to connect with," not because they are dangerous, but because their energy does not feel stable. On the other hand, someone whose energy radiates openness and vitality signals safety, signaling, "This person is strong, alive, and grounded. I can trust them." That is why friendships flourish in the presence of strong, magnetic energy. The thighs, then, are not simply muscles for locomotion. They are the foundation of your energetic expression. When you strengthen them, you do more than improve your physical health. You amplify your magnetic presence. You circulate blood more freely, you stabilize your posture, you deepen your breath, and you radiate vitality. This vitality is the very thing that makes people feel drawn to you. It is what makes them want to sit next to you, listen to you, and open themselves to you. Friendships are not formed by force. They are formed by resonance. They are formed when two energy fields recognize alignment, safety, and expansion in one another. When you begin to understand the connection between your lower body strength and your magnetic presence, you realize that building relationships is not only about learning social skills or memorizing the right words to say. It is about cultivating the energy within yourself that naturally attracts others. It is about embodying strength so deeply that your energy flows without resistance, radiating outward in a way that others cannot help but notice. This is the kind of presence that requires no explanation. It is felt and it is trusted, and it becomes the silent foundation upon which meaningful friendships are built. The human body was designed to move. Every muscle, every joint, every bone carries within it a memory of motion, a memory of action, a memory of expression. When you move, you are not only exercising muscles, you are teaching your body how to carry itself in the world. The thighs, as the largest muscle group in your body, are central to this process. They are what allow you to walk, to run, to climb, to dance, to step forward in both the literal and symbolic sense. When your thighs are strong, movement becomes effortless, and with effortless movement comes confidence. This confidence does not remain confined to the physical body. It spills into the way you think, the way you speak, the way you interact with others. Confidence built in movement becomes confidence expressed in connection. Think of the times you have seen someone walking with a natural rhythm, a kind of unforced grace that makes you take notice. They are not trying to impress anyone, yet you cannot help but sense their presence. This is the energy of confidence born from movement. Strong thighs give a person stability in each step, allowing them to walk with fluidity instead of stiffness, with rhythm instead of hesitation. People who walk with this kind of confidence are magnetic because their body language communicates something that words cannot, a sense of trust in themselves. When you trust yourself, others find it easier to trust you. That trust is the foundation of connection, and connection is the beginning of friendship. Now consider the opposite. When your thighs are weak, movement feels labored. Each step requires extra effort, posture collapses, and the body loses its natural flow. Without realizing it, this communicates insecurity. People may not consciously analyze your movements, but they feel them. They sense hesitation, they sense struggle, they sense lack of flow. And because humans are wired to resonate with the energy of others, they may unconsciously distance themselves. It is not rejection. It is instinct. We are naturally drawn to those whose energy feels stable, confident, and alive. Weakness in the lower body disrupts this energy, and without realizing it, friendships become harder to form. Confidence is not a mental trick. You cannot simply tell yourself to be confident and expect your body to follow. Real confidence is embodied. It is trained into your muscles through repetition, through discipline, through movement. Strong thighs represent this kind of embodied confidence. They allow you to stand tall without effort, to move forward without fear of stumbling, to project a natural authority without trying to prove anything. This embodiment of confidence is far more powerful than any words you could speak, because people feel it on a level beyond the mind. They feel it in their nervous system, in the way your energy interacts with theirs. Think about the act of rising from a chair. It seems simple, but it is a profound metaphor for life. When your thighs are strong, you stand with ease. The movement is fluid, effortless, a silent statement of readiness. When your thighs are weak, the act of standing becomes a struggle, slow and uncertain. In the same way, when life presents challenges, the strength in your body becomes the foundation for the strength in your spirit. Those around you sense this. They sense whether you rise with ease or whether you struggle to lift yourself. They sense whether your energy communicates readiness or hesitation. This silent communication becomes the basis for how others perceive you and whether they feel drawn to connect. Movement is also deeply connected to freedom. When you can move freely without pain or hesitation, your spirit feels freer as well. You laugh more easily, you express yourself more openly, you step into spaces with less fear. Others feel this openness and are naturally drawn to it. Friendship thrives in spaces of openness where energy flows freely between people. Strong thighs, by supporting free movement, indirectly support free expression, and free expression is what allows true connection to flourish. Notice also how movement impacts your mood. Exercise is known to release endorphins, the chemicals that make you feel good, but it goes deeper than that. Strong thighs allow you to engage in movement that brings joy, running, dancing, hiking, playing sports. These joyful movements elevate your state of being, and that elevated state radiates outward. People want to be around those who are joyful, those who are alive, those who bring energy into a room instead of draining it. This joy does not come from forcing yourself to act happy. It comes from building a body that supports movement, which in turn supports confidence, which in turn creates natural joy. Confidence born of movement also transforms the way you communicate. When your body is strong and your movements are steady, your voice follows. You speak with more clarity, more certainty, more conviction. You look people in the eye without flinching, not because you are trying to appear confident, but because your body already feels secure. This kind of embodied communication is what makes others feel safe to open up, to share, to connect. It is not about impressing people. It is about being authentically aligned with your body, and authenticity is magnetic. Over time, the relationship between movement and confidence becomes a cycle. Strong thighs allow you to move with confidence, and that confidence draws people toward you. Those connections, in turn, reinforce your sense of belonging, which deepens your confidence even more. It becomes a self-reinforcing loop of growth, where physical strength creates social strength, and social strength inspires you to continue growing physically and emotionally. Weakness works in the opposite direction. Weak thighs create hesitation in movement. Hesitation communicates insecurity. Insecurity pushes people away, and isolation deepens the weakness. The cycle continues until you choose to break it by building strength at the foundation. This is why strong thighs are not just about physical health or appearance. They are about social energy. They are about how you move through the world, how your body communicates on your behalf, how your presence is felt without words. They are about creating the kind of embodied confidence that others instinctively trust, the kind of confidence that invites connection instead of repelling it. When you move with strength, you carry yourself in a way that inspires trust. That trust builds connection, and connection builds friendship. Human beings are storytellers by nature, but often we do not realize that our bodies tell the most powerful stories of all. The way we move, the way we hold ourselves, the way we embody strength or weakness is a narrative that others read before we ever speak a word. Within this narrative, the thighs hold a symbolic power that goes far beyond anatomy or exercise. They are not just muscles of movement. They are metaphors of resilience, persistence, and readiness. Strong thighs communicate to the world that you are anchored, capable, and prepared to move forward. Weak thighs communicate hesitation, uncertainty, and fragility. And when it comes to belonging, being part of friendships, communities, and meaningful connections. This metaphor of strength speaks volumes. Consider what belonging truly means. To belong is to be accepted, to be trusted, to be embraced by others as part of their circle. Belonging requires others to see you as someone they can depend on, someone whose presence adds stability rather than instability. Strong thighs, in their metaphorical sense, symbolize this stability. They are the foundation of movement, the carriers of life's burdens, the muscles that allow us to stand firm when challenges come. When your thighs are strong, you embody reliability, and reliability is one of the deepest unspoken currencies of friendship. People gravitate toward those who are reliable, who appear rooted, who give off the energy that says, "I can be counted on." Weakness, on the other hand, tells a different story. When your foundation is unsteady, others sense it. They may not consciously say, "This person's thighs are weak," but they feel the energy of instability. They sense hesitation in the way you stand, in the way you move, in the way your body communicates. And because belonging is tied to trust, they may unconsciously hesitate to let you fully into their circle. It is not a judgment of worth. It is simply human instinct. We are wired to seek security in those around us, and when we do not sense that security, we hesitate to bond deeply. This is why strong thighs function as a metaphor that goes beyond physical presence. They symbolize resilience, the ability to keep standing when life gets heavy. They symbolize persistence, the willingness to take step after step toward a destination, even when the path is long. They symbolize readiness, the capacity to move forward into new challenges without collapsing under pressure. Every time you build strength in your thighs, you are not just building muscle, you are reinforcing these qualities within yourself. You are training your body and your mind to be resilient, persistent, and ready, and these qualities are exactly what draw people into friendship. Friendship is not built on perfection. It is built on the recognition that someone else can walk with you through life's journey. People are not looking for friends who never stumble. They are looking for friends who, even if they stumble, can get back up and keep moving. Strong thighs embody this spirit. They show in the most primal way that you can rise, that you can endure, that you can carry weight without giving up. When others sense this in you, they are more likely to open themselves to you, because your strength becomes a mirror for their own. You remind them that it is possible to keep going, and that reminder is magnetic. Think also about the role of thighs in every forward motion. To move toward anything, a goal, a dream, or even another person, requires the thighs to activate. Without them, movement stalls. Symbolically, this means that if you cannot move forward physically, you will struggle to move forward socially. Friendship requires initiative. It requires that you take the first step, that you extend your hand, that you move toward another with openness. Strong thighs make this possible not only physically but energetically. They communicate readiness to step forward, to engage, to connect. Weak thighs communicate hesitation, and hesitation in the body often translates into hesitation in the heart. There is also a deeper layer to the metaphor of thighs as strength and belonging. In many cultures, the lower body is seen as the seat of power, the root of one's life force. To be strong in the lower body is to be grounded, to be rooted in the earth, to belong to something larger than yourself. When your thighs are strong, you feel that grounding, and grounding is essential to belonging. People do not feel safe with those who are adrift, constantly moving without direction. They feel safe with those who are rooted, who stand firm in who they are, and who radiate that stability. Belonging begins with this feeling of safety, and safety begins with the sense of grounding that strong thighs provide. Friendships thrive where there is mutual strength. When you show up with energy, with resilience, with stability, you attract others who want to share in that energy. You become a source of strength for your circle, someone who others know they can lean on when life gets heavy. And paradoxically, the more strength you bring, the more belonging you experience, because belonging is not about blending in. It is about contributing who you are to something greater. Strong thighs, then, symbolize the contribution of strength. They are a statement that you can hold your own, that you can walk alongside others without collapsing, that you are ready to move forward not just for yourself, but with others. When you build this kind of strength, people feel it in ways they cannot always describe. They feel calmer in your presence because your groundedness calms their own nervous system. They feel inspired because your persistence reminds them of their own potential to endure. They feel safe because your readiness assures them that you will not abandon the journey midway. These are the invisible threads of belonging, the felt sense that you are not alone, that you are walking with someone strong enough to face life's storms. And all of it begins with the metaphor embodied in your thighs, the silent yet powerful declaration that you are stable, resilient, persistent, and ready. At first glance, the idea that strong thighs could influence your ability to make friends might seem strange, even humorous. Yet, as we've explored, it is not about the muscle itself, but about what it represents, what it creates in your body, and what it communicates in your energy. Your thighs are your foundation, your roots, your anchors to the earth. When they are weak, your foundation is unstable, your energy contracts, and others sense hesitation. When they are strong, your foundation is solid, your energy expands, and others feel safe, inspired, and drawn to you. Friendship is not built on clever words or polished appearances. It is built on resonance. People connect with the energy you carry, the confidence you embody, the stability you project. Strong thighs create that grounding, that flow, that magnetic presence which silently communicates, I am secure in myself, I am ready to step forward, I am someone you can walk beside. This is why movement, strength, and vitality are not just physical qualities, but social ones. Your body tells a story long before you ever open your mouth. Every step you take, every movement you make, every way you hold yourself broadcasts a message about who you are and how safe it is to connect with you. Strong thighs tell the story of resilience, persistence, and readiness. They speak the language of stability and trust, the very qualities that build belonging. And when you embody these qualities, friendships form naturally, not because you are chasing them, but because you are radiating the energy that attracts them. In truth, building strong thighs is not just about building muscle. It is about building the foundation of confidence, connection, and community. It is about cultivating a presence that others want to be around, a presence that uplifts and inspires, a presence that makes people feel safe. And when you carry that kind of presence into the world, you will find that making friends is no longer a struggle. It becomes the natural expression of the strength you have built within yourself.